Why do sexy goddesses manifest faster? If you've been following me on my channel, you already see what a little glow up can really do. It's inexplicable, the difference. But the thing that you really need to know is that sexy is not only skin deep, it's a glow that comes from within. It's a creative energy that comes from within. And it's really just an excuse for you to be an embodiment of God's state. It's just a permission slip for you to become so much more confident in yourself. It's something that there's a lot of energy behind it. It means that you get to have fun, you get to be yourself, you get to be expressive, you get to love yourself, you get to feel good about yourself and in your skin. And make no mistake, that energy radiates, and it's what you call magnetism. As a feminine entity, why wouldn't you pursue this deliberately, feeling good in your skin, feeling good about yourself? In general, this energy bleeds into everything that you do. And let's talk about manifesting a specific person. Number one, about manifesting people. If you can manifest a person, you can manifest anything and everything, because everything that you want to manifest goes through a person. Whoops. It has to do with manifesting people. There's nothing that is different from that. Whoops. Where's my earring? And don't get it twisted. Part of being sexy is being able to be imperfect and flaunt it, being able to say, whoops, and know that you're sexy and that you're confident and you look good and you feel good anyway. So that was a really good demonstration of that. In fact, like that is a very sexy thing for a person to do, for a person to be able to do something that's not typically considered sexy, but they're still rocking it with confidence. That's awesome. Okay, so wait until the end of the video, because at the end of this video, I'm going to tell you what to do when negative emotions come up. Okay. But basically, I think the really important thing for you to understand is, pretty much everybody who's following me on my channel identifies as a feminine goddess. Like you guys are really into like the glistening goddess, oozing, irresistible, enchanting magnetism. And there's a reason for that. It's because, like I said, sexy is more than skin deep. And it's a form of self-love. It is an art form. And you get to treat yourself like a piece of performance art. And this makes a huge difference when you're manifesting, let's say, your person, when you're manifesting love, when you're manifesting your life, when you're manifesting money, which comes through people, when you're manifesting in your business, which comes through people. By the way, if you guys are fempreneurs out there, I'm on like a trajectory, like the things that I'm doing right now for a specific person and what I'm planning on doing in the future, it's all really hitting the same stuff that you fempreneurs want to hit, as far as being magnetic, attracting people, manifesting people. It really has to do with only you. This is vastly different than trying to manifest a person, than like going through all of this trouble to learn how to manifest because you need to have a relationship, because you don't feel complete without it, because you feel bad about yourself. No. The message that I have been coming with to you guys, the message that I have for you this year is all about bringing the power back to yourself. It's about recognizing that there is nothing outside of you. Everything comes from you. So the more that you radiate, the more that you emanate love, the more that you emanate wholeness, the more that you emanate beauty, the more magnetic, enchanting, and irresistible that you are. Oh my God, it did it again. I'm going to get it again. Don't you want to glow from the inside out? And do you think that that comes from chasing a person and trying to please them and trying to figure out how many different ways that you need to stand on your head in order to get someone to like you, love you, notice you, want you, chase you, or do what you want? If you want someone to want you, you have to want yourself and put into yourself because you want to, because you claim your divinity and you are worth a damn. And there's really something very magical about putting your ass in gear and putting this shit into practice. And for instance, going out for a run because you are worth a damn. And doing things for yourself, not because I need to look better, I need to be this, I need to be skinny. This is more than skin deep. My message is not that you need to look a certain way. My message is that when you honor yourself as sacred, and when you make being in your God state, in your true divine nature, important, when you make it so important that you're not allowing yourself to be distracted by all the things that take away from you in your mind, you're going to be able to build this relationship with yourself that is going to be the kind of relationship that you want to manifest with your person, with your clients, with your business, with your reality, with your world. In Super Life, in my community, it's really starting to pop. It's really popping. What I'm really loving about it is how the members are supporting each other now. It's like somebody comes, we have like a manifesting buddies chat. And, one person comes into the chat and they're like, hey guys, like I need to talk about this. And like people are there with feedback, with support. They're supporting each other. And in my experience, having a community where you are being supported, and this is where you get the best results. But I'm really loving to see it. And one of the people in the community commented in the Manifesting Buddies chat, and they were saying that they're practicing from their God state, speaking to their small self, or you could call it like the inner child, in a loving way. And this is something that I have been teaching you guys to do for over a year, at least a couple of years now, I think. I remember specifically doing that in after I manifested my person in Sweet Nectar of Love, the course, Sweet Nectar of Love. Because this is one of the things that I did during the weeks leading up to when I manifested my person into form. I was embodying my God state version of myself. And I was soothing myself, like speaking to the insecure ego, speaking to fear, speaking to the limited human mind ego in a loving way. I was redirecting myself in that way. I was changing my perspective in that way, soothing, reassuring, loving myself. So I was giving myself what I wanted my person to give me. Don't tell me that that's not sexy. Don't tell me that when someone is really calm and peaceful and things just don't bother them so much because they're just relaxed. They don't have their pennies all in a bunch. Don't tell me that's not sexy. When someone is able to let things just roll off their back or deal with it completely gracefully or know exactly what to say or do. Don't tell me that's not sexy. Don't tell me that someone being in their power isn't sexy. So you see, this is about so much more. This is about the full picture of embodying your God, goddess state. Are you doing that? And imagine if you actually tried. I don't mean try like in a bad way. I mean, like, imagine if you actually put like a sufficient amount of effort, if you actually gave a damn. Imagine what a glow up would be like. Imagine that. So I kind of went through, this phase. I have really loved wearing makeup and getting dressed up and stuff like pretty much my entire life. Like, I, for the past years, have been like camera ready every day, every day, every day, every day, every day. And then I kind of went through this phase where I was like, like, I just want to be like, get up and go. Because like, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and it doesn't mean like what you do on the outside, right? It means it's like it comes from within. It radiates from within. And I'm like, what if I could be like that get up and go type? And I really like kind of experimented with that and played around with a little more minimalism. And I got to tell you, like, it's a really, really personal thing, like your own style. Whatever it is for you, though, it doesn't matter. Like, when you achieve this level of care, this level of self-love about yourself, this level of awareness, it's going to radiate from you, and you're going to be completely magnetic. You're going to be putting into yourself love. And guess what happens when you put love into yourself? You radiate love out, and that's what magnetizes love to you. That's when you walk into a room and people just notice you. They just look at you. You're the belle of the ball. That's when people just don't know what it is about you. It's just something. There's just something that makes you different. There's something that makes you radiate. There's something that makes you noticeable. The belle of the ball. And if you want to take it a step farther, like, you could apply this to your person, you can apply this to whatever. When you are confidently in your God state, that is when you can actually just know how people are going to respond to you. You just know what they feel about you, what they think about you. You know that when they see you, pow, they don't know what hit them. You just know how people think, feel, and respond to you. And it doesn't, when you walk by, you just know what they're thinking. And it doesn't really matter what they say or do or how they react or respond to you. I have literally been that person. This is what I teach you guys to do, right? That a person could be like giving me like whatever reaction or response that they want. And I can just like, in my mind, I'm like, yeah, right. This is how you really feel about it. Yeah, right. This is how you really think about it. And in the end, I'm right, because I'm God of my reality and I'm in my God state and I know how this shit works. So I apply it. So, like I said, this frequency, this energy, this vibe, this siren vibe of feeling sexy, being sexy for you in your own right, this is just the confidence that mimics being in your God state. It's just like a permission slip for you to be in your God state. And you can firmly fix yourself concretely into God state by practicing in this way. Because when you're feeling good, you're feeling sexy, I look good, I look really, really good, I feel good, like, this is when you're able to flow, this is when you're able to dance, this is when you're able to create, be in creator mode. This is when you're able to relax. This is when you're able to surrender. This is when you're able to actually apply all the things that we learn in manifesting, that if you're not feeling good and confident and relaxed in your own skin, you're not going to be able to apply these things. So, like I said, it's just an angle on the thing, and it's a really fun way to get yourself firmly fixed into a God state level of confidence that then you can apply to anything in your world. It doesn't really matter what it is. So, anyway, now I'll tell you. It's not about, like I said, being perfect all the time. It's definitely not. So sometimes, no matter what you're doing on your journey, you're going to have some negative feelings and emotions that come up. So, what do you do to transform that so that when you are feeling that, you can still use that as like energy to put towards your manifestation to make it go the way that you want it to go? See, negative emotions. Well, first of all, if it feels bad, it's not real. If there's any limitation coming up in your mind, it's not real. And so you can imagine how you're going to become a lot sexier when you are able to hear negativity in your mind and feel negativity and know exactly what to do with it, meaning trash can or transformation in this case. All energy, all emotion is energy in motion. It's the way that you use it is up to your definition of the thing. So if you have this energy that's coming to you, remember, that's like ammo that you can put towards manifesting what you want. So if you have this energy that's coming to you or being presenting itself to you, it's energy in motion. You can use it for anything that you want. Even if initially it feels bad, all you have to do is be able to transform it and obtain or create the equal and opposite. There's always an equal and opposite. And when you're feeling good and confident and you're practicing this stuff, you're feeling better about yourself, you're feeling more magnetic more of the time, you're going to be able to take these negative things and completely flip them and use them to your advantage towards whatever end that you want. It's all about the state that you're in and knowing what you want and knowing that you can flip it. So it's like emotional or energetic alchemy. This is one of the most powerful ways that you can manifest, by knowing how to take a lot of that energy and motion and make it into what you want it to be and put it towards where you want it to go to create your manifestation. Huge. So, anyways, in Super Life, in my community, I'm teaching you guys how to attain God state. And I've been doing this lately through the use of avatars, teaching you guys the difference between your limited human ego mind versus this God state avatar that you can adopt and customize to yourself. I've been teaching you guys how to do this for months. We've done many avatars, but the avatar that we're doing in June, her name is Monet. And what we're doing with Monet, because Monet is kind of like, she's the end result. Okay. She's like the final avatar. It's hard to beat Monet because Monet is always aligned. She's always in designer mode. She dances her way through life, through conversations. She dances her way through relationships. She dances her way through everything. She's always creating, always designing. She never gets hung up on anything. She always sees the optimistic point of view. She always sees the loophole. She always sees the way. You cannot fuck her up. You cannot get her down. You cannot trip her up. Okay. She's like the ultimate. And along with her, we're doing the sexy course. It's an addition to her. And then in addition to that, I got some requests yesterday while I was teaching in Super Life. And I got some requests to teach Bubble Love, which is something that a lot of you guys have never experienced before. Maybe something called butterflies, right? But Bubble Love is like butterflies times 1,000. And talk about emotional currency or energetic currency. You have a substantial amount of magnetic manifestational currency when you're in bubble love. And there's like a way to hone this for yourself as a state, as a mood. Well, Monet lives in bubble love. So we're going to be teaching that as well, in addition to the sexy course. So if you guys want in on that, if you want to learn this, if you're feeling these vibes, join the Super Life. The link is going to be in the description below. If you have any questions, comment, let me know. But sexy is where we're going, and we're going all the way. So if you like this video, make sure that you click the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.